What is up, you raggedy motherfuckers? Welcome back.
Back at it.
Yeah. This is number 2 for this week.
I told you we was going to make it a mission to make it happen.
Yeah, we ain't fucking around.
Well, we fuck around a lot. Just we're starting to make this a little serious.
Yeah.
Or more serious, I should say.
Yeah. So, if you're new here, we are the Beer Math Podcast. And, yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Hopefully you are new. That way we get some more subscribers in
Facts.
this bitch.
Seems like it's picking up a little bit.
Yeah, I think we gained a few off of the old TikTok recently.
Yeah, for sure. These fucking headphones are pissing me off. I fucking hate headphones. Anyway, so what's new, or what's on the agenda for today?
Well, what did you want to start out with? You want to start out with our main topic, or did you want to start out with your pet peeve of the week?
Damn.
I say we run with the pet peeve of the week real quick. What do you got?
I don't. That's the problem.
You don't have one?
I'll give you a minute. You
Okay,
go.
okay.
You can run if you'd like. I got to think about this for a second.
Well, I was kind of thinking about this a little before you got here as far as pet peeve of the week. And it's just, well, mainly just today, but it happens all the time, as you know, just last-minute bullshit.
Yeah, I had a buddy's dad growing up that told us that, and I could be wrong here, but it was the 5 or 6 or however many P's was his like main rule to life.
Okay.
Piss proper planning. No, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
I dig it.
Yeah, 6 P's. Yeah, that was his motto to life.
There's times where we get slow at work and we fuck off,
Yeah.
essentially. But it's like, oh, shit, it's the end of the day. Hey, you want to run out to this fucking scrapyard and put this crane window in?
Well, not only that, but it's like
That you have to operate a man lift that you don't know how to fucking do. And, they're going to stand around and watch you like
I'm an operating son of a bitch with a Shania Twain shirt on, by the way.
Yeah, as they all stand around staring at you like you owe them money.
Yeah, no. Well, the part that upsets me is when it's something that they were told to do the day before. Like
Correct,
when you
correct.
say, hey, let's make sure we do this tomorrow, and then they still hit you with shit last minute. Like, hey, you guys want to run out and do this real quick? It's
Yeah,
like,
and then they try to like smooth it over like, well, they just called and the glass just got there. And
No, it
why are you
didn't.
deep throating them like,
I don't know. Sorry.
Jesus, he started this whole thing on TikTok with "Give me the glizzy,"
No.
he's liking it. He didn't like them AIs last week. Now he's a fan.
No.
But
No.
yeah, it's just don't try to smooze me over and bullshit me when I know everything that's going on with it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me the glass just got here when we talked to him yesterday and it was it's her.
Yeah.
And then we were a couple men understaffed with this whole installing a crane window that probably should have had 2 more men and a boy.
At least one boy.
That window was
Heavy
for
as
no
fuck.
reason.
It was gnarly.
I had to, overhead press this son of a bitch. Brady's curling the motherfucker
Well, no, here's the worst part is I'm curling it
while I'm underneath of it.
Well, he's underneath of it, and there's not enough room between him, the man lift basket, and the machine. And like, if you've ever been in a man basket, the basket will swing a little bit. So I'm pushing out against the machine to give him enough space between the basket and the machine, while trying to lift this fucking window in here.
As I'm trying to hold on to it so it doesn't crack me in the dome as I climb this ladder.
Or the fucking man lift basket just smushes him into the machine.
I mean, either way, we either were going to get it done or I wasn't going to work tomorrow. I mean, it's pretty that simple.
Facts.
So I'm okay with either way.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it sucked, but tis what it tis.
So last minute bullshit is your pet peeve of the week.
Yes, last minute bullshit.
Nice.
What do you got?
I don't really know how to explain it, but it happens to me so fucking much.
Erectile dysfunction. There's
Well,
a pill you
that's-
can take.
Shut the fuck up. That's tragic. Blue Chew, sponsor me. Anyway,
Had to.
no, so if you can imagine, you're in a 1-lane road that eventually splits off into multiple turn lanes,
Yeah.
okay? But you're not there to the point where it splits yet. You know where I'm
Okay.
talking about, where we go to the 6-way intersection when we leave the shop.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
and you
yes.
get, that light, traffic backs up, and you're back down into the one lane part of it.
And people are driving on the curbs.
When
And
people
neighbors'
drive
grass
on the
get around
fucking
you.
curb to the point where there's like less than an inch between your mirror and their mirror so that they can get up to the turn lane
I always hoped that
for whatever fucking reason.
I always hoped that my truck would get hit.
But it's just like, it pisses me
Then
off.
I'm gonna like yell Demolition Derby and you yell, raise hell, praise Dale, and just send it.
Because I'm like sitting there trying to flick through Pornhub at the red light.
He's trying to flick his bean at the red light.
Anyway, but I'm sitting there at the red light like,
How are you supposed to find Asian amputee midgets when there's a car you got to worry about hitting your mirror?
right. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying attention to really anything other than like,
He's got his meat stick in one hand, phone in the other. He got his tissues on the fucking steering wheel.
I'm not paying attention to nothing other than like, did the car in front of me move yet? And then I look, and there's somebody like literally sitting. I mean, they're no further away from me than you are right now in the other fucking lane in their own car.
Yeah, and dude's mid-stroke as somebody's rubbing his mirror.
But you know what I mean? Like that, it's like, there's not enough fucking room for two cars if you have to drive on the curb.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't be a fuck.
Dude, people have done that I've been there for 12 years and it's been the same.
Yeah, I purposely scoot over.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do.
I will purposely scoot the fuck over so you can't get through.
Because if you go all the way back to, where those apartments are at in that little complex, that road before you where you can cut up to go to like Lady Jane's.
Yeah.
If you go even back further, there's a road like almost before the school. You can still get to the light from there.
I don't know, but that shit drives me fucking nuts. There's no reason for your car to be that goddamn close to mine, A. And B, if you have to drive on the curb to get around me, you don't need to fucking go around me.
And I'll be quite honest with you, not to sound sexist or nothing, but it's a lot of women.
No, it's always foreign dudes. Every fucking one I've seen has been
women
foreign
almost
dudes.
take me out.
Yeah. I've seen a few women, but mostly it's fucking foreign dudes.
Yeah, I always encountered women.
And that ain't to say nothing about people from other countries or whatever, but it's just, it's a fact. But, oh my God, that shit drives me fucking nuts. Because one of these
Well,
cocksuckers...
have you seen all the way drive in different countries?
Well, one of these cocksuckers is going to take my... That's a valid fucking point now that I think of it. Them motherfuckers drive like madmen in foreign countries. But one of these little bastards is going to take my fucking mirror off and just keep it pushing, and then I'm going to have to pay to replace my fucking mirror.
Or you can pay your deductible and make it a real accident.
That's what's going to happen.
Send it.
Because fuck you. Yeah, so anyway, that's my pet peeve of the week is don't be a fuck. I got to start watching my mouth.
Poor drivers, huh?
Yeah, just not even poor drivers. If you suck at driving,
you
like
could be rich too and suck at driving.
you suck at driving, that is what it is. But you drive like
Like you're
the only one on the
Yeah,
road and
exactly.
nobody else matters.
Exactly.
I hope you fucking drive off a bridge.
That's aggressive.
I know. I need to start watching my mouth. I'm sorry.
It is physically impossible to watch your mouth.
You know what I mean.
I can't see it.
I need to stop swearing so much.
We need to do like the old Jerry Springer back in the day where it's like, beep, beep, you mother.
We might as well just beep out our whole podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the beep.
Anyway,
So on today's episode, the topic
yeah,
is, well, go ahead.
we had some. I mean, it was kind of like brought up for us, but I mean, it's something that we've always talked about. Is like, obviously, Corey and I just kind of jumped right into the workforce, but like, if we could go back, like, what we would have done differently. And I guess so. Like, the main question for today is like college versus trade school versus just working versus military.
Yes.
So, I guess,
I mean, you could come up with valid arguments for all of those.
all of the above, 100%.
You could also come up with negative arguments for all of those.
And that's the thing. So, like, I guess the question, like, and if you're like a parent who has a son or even a daughter that's getting ready to graduate high school, or you are somebody that's getting ready to graduate high school, it's be a smart one to listen up to because both of us have made plenty of fucking mistakes in our lives. And we're still young enough that we remember what it felt like to be 17 and trying to figure out what we're going to do with our lives. So, and I think to
Find your passion young.
yeah,
And that's hard to do.
That is very hard to do, and I think that the biggest thing is is you need to ask yourself what you really, really, really want to do.
So let's take one step back. Let's start with this. What was your experience? Let's start with that. You'll do yours, I'll do mine, and then we can get into our opinion on the whole thing.
So I guess I didn't really know what I wanted to do outside high school. I knew the one thing that I truly loved doing was working on farms and ranches. I loved working with cattle. I loved working, I didn't say like I wanted to be a cowboy, but like I've had a lot of experience in that realm of things, and for me it was like, this is cool. I could do this for the rest of my life. So I went to Ohio State, but I went to their agricultural branch. I went for livestock science, and then I did that for like a year, and I quickly realized that unless I wanted to move out west away from my family, there wasn't really a career for that here. I mean, Ohio's got a big, there's a ton of agriculture in Ohio. Could I have made money in agriculture in Ohio? Sure. Would I have been working a ranch? Probably not. I'd probably be in a fucking lab doing science.
Like a vet office or something.
Science type shit. Like working for a feed company or working for, what are they? The sire companies where they sell semen straws and stuff like that. Like it would have been something along those lines. Like I wouldn't have been, there's no ranch hand jobs that'll pay your mortgage in Ohio. Hell, there's really no ranch hand jobs that'll pay your mortgage fucking anywhere. But
so, sidebar. I can't just walk past that. There's something called a semen straw.
Oh yeah. So there's a bunch of them, but there's a company in Ohio that like we worked with a lot in school. It's called Coba Select Sires, and basically they collect and sell.
It's called what?
Coba Select Sires is the name.
It's called Co-Bust. You know what I'm saying? You gotta market that shit.
They collect and sell semen from bulls, because like you get a herd of cows, and you might have a few heifers, whatever, but then you have one bull. That's great for one season, one calving season.
Yeah.
Then you're going to start, bringing in weird genetics and stuff. So your options are sell your bull and get a new one, or you just buy semen straws from different bulls, and then you artificially inseminate all your cows. So there's companies that make a fuck ton of money doing that, but I didn't really want anything to do with that. I just wanted to work cows. And I mean, I understand that most of the job is like fixing fences and fucking painting barns and shit, but like I was cool with that as long as I got to work cows every now and again.
It's like a maintenance man, but on a farm.
Yeah. And I mean, I was cool with all that. Like I understood all that from a young age, that like if you want to be a ranch hand, 9 days out of 10, you're not working cows. So I got all that. That's fine. But when I came to the realization that like I wasn't going to make a living doing this here, and I'm not smart enough to like work in a laboratory or something like that, I don't have the fucking attention span, then it was like, okay, well, what's my next step? And then I went right into like road and highway construction, basically. So, and then I pretty much did that until I started a family, realized that I was never home and I never worked in the wintertime, and then now I work with you.
Right on.
Yeah.
What a ride.
That was long-winded.
That's a lot of semen straws. I didn't know that was a thing, man. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to ship some to Andrew's sister.
That's also your sister.
What a hoe.
Jesus Christ.
Anyhow, sorry, side note. Mine was way different, bro.
Yeah.
Way different. So I started working full-time on a mink farm at 14.
Yeah.
And then I got really, really addicted to, money.
Uh-huh. Well, it's better than meth.
Well, I'll give you that. And then I realized I could make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
So I did the old, Adam Sandler, Schools for Fools, dopey. So I convinced my mom to sign me out and let me drop out of school in 9th fucking grade. And then just worked my ass off, got my GED when I was 18. And then I went to a community college and got my associate's degree in accounting just because people said I couldn't. Never used it.
Yeah.
I've just been working the grindstone ever since, man.
I'd like to make my own little sidebar here. People need to fucking normalize dropping out of high school. It's not for everybody. If you have no work ethic, don't drop out of school.
Yeah, school's not for everybody.
If you don't, but if you have a
We
work
are not
ethic,
saying drop out of high
no,
school.
and I'm not. You know, most people should finish high school. But if school's not your thing and you want to learn a trade and you know exactly what trade you want to go into, I don't see anything wrong with dropping out of high school. I think maybe 10th grade you should probably finish. But, dude, there ain't a fucking thing I did in 11th and 12th grade that
what's
I
the
used.
What's the requirements for graduating high school when you were in high school?
I have no idea.
You had to pass a fucking test.
Yeah.
I passed the fucking test in 9th grade. What do I need to do? 3 more fucking years of bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the OGT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? 3 more years?
You know
of
they don't
bullshit?
even do that anymore?
I know.
I was the last class that had to take
But
that test.
my point is, if I pass this test, which they say you have to pass to graduate, you could get a 4.0 from freshman to senior and not pass this test and still not graduate.
100%.
So this is the only test that you need to pass and graduate high school.
Yeah.
I passed it my 9th grade year.
Same.
What the fuck do I need 3 more years of high school for?
There ain't, I can tell you, other than like, because I took a vocational program my junior and senior year, other than that carpentry class, and this
Yeah.
bar is, you know, product of that class. Other than that class, there ain't a fucking thing I learned in high school that I use today.
Yeah, you could have got a job at, working for Joe Blow's dad's carpentry
Probably making $10 an hour,
and learn just as much or more.
and $10 an hour in 2008 for a fucking 16-year-old kid was badass.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's. I would never let my kids drop out of high school. I think it's just dumb.
Yeah.
But I grew up way different. I grew up way more poorer than they do.
Yeah.
So money was everything because
Money was your only way out.
yeah,
If you're like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're in a shitty situation and money is your only way out, and you know that you want to learn a trade, and you have somebody that's willing to teach you that trade at 15, 16 years old,
you better be one self-motivated son of a bitch.
yeah, you better be the first one there and the last one out, because it ain't. I can promise you that 15-year-old kid will be the first one fired. But
100%. And that's what I put up with a lot of shit being 14 years old working a farm, and all I heard was, well, your generation's so fucking lazy and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I made it my personal goal every day was to work circles around them sons of bitches.
yep,
And I did.
yeah. And I'm not. Anyway, go on with your story. I just wanted to make that little sidebar because it was like I thought about that. I'm
Well,
like,
that was my story that did all that and then got into auto glass and haven't really looked back.
yeah. You've been doing auto glass for 13 years,
15
years.
since I was 20 years old.
So, and that's like that's why I want to make that sidebar. Is like you hear about people dropping out of high school,
Well, school's not for everyone.
but dude, you know what's crazy?
Crazy
It's like
people.
you hear of all these fucking multimillionaires, like people, like the fucking judges or whatever on Shark Tank. Half of those people dropped out of fucking high school.
I know more millionaires personally that have never finished high school than I do that went to college.
Yeah, it's like I keep blowing out these fucking microphones, but it's crazy to me that like everybody has this stigma about people who dropped out of high school, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't fucking need a high school diploma. You need a fucking work ethic and maybe some bullshitting skills.
You know how many times? I mean, I have my GED. I got my GED right away, which is the same thing, equivalent to a high school diploma. But you know how many times on a job application that somebody's like, "Hey, can you prove your GED, or can you prove your high school diploma,
Never,
or
not
can you
one time.
Can you prove your associate's degree?"
Not once.
Not once. Never.
I mean, I could understand it if you got a job as like a fucking accountant,
Yeah, they're gonna want to see some sort of credits. You know what I mean?
but I don't see any fucking blue collar job.
No, and I don't care. Even at any level, you don't have to prove your
No.
your education.
No.
I don't care if you're the plant manager or the what do you call that, the what's it called when you like the guy that sets up the whole job? He's like the
The estimator?
no, it's like a slipped my mind. It's the
Like the superintendent?
kind of, but it's a
Foreman?
like a starts with a
Project
P.
manager?
Project manager,
Yeah.
which is the main guy that runs the whole job. You know what I mean? And most of those guys work their way up to that,
Yeah, for sure.
and they still never have to prove I did, all 4 years of high school, and maybe I studied a little bit if I got a degree in college, but which most of them didn't.
Yeah.
Just one thing that really opened my eyes with the whole education system is I did boxing for a little while, and you can train boxing. We'll use the high school version. You can train boxing for 4 years. I can fight you in a boxing ring for 4 minutes, and you'll learn more in that 4 minutes than you did those 4 fucking years.
Yeah. Well, that's
so
the same thing.
On the job training is you learn. Way more.
I took that going back to the vocational program. I took a carpentry program. It was a hands-on program. We actually built sheds, which we built them as we were building a house.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot, but I learned more from the fucking year that I worked for my stepdad after school doing actual real life carpentry shit than I ever learned in that classroom.
Well, because you can vouch for this too, and most, I don't know, the viewers probably could too, but you're in a classroom. You fuck something up. Okay. Well, hey, this is how we're going to do it next time. You fuck it up on a job site being a young kid, you are, A, never living it the fuck down.
Yeah.
B, you're going to get reamed the fuck out, possibly lose your job.
Yeah.
So, and nobody's holding your hand on the work site, job site. You have to figure that fucking shit out fast.
Yeah.
So your best bet is just to shut your mouth and listen and just work hard.
Yeah.
Because them guys, as rugged as they are and as big of dick, because I'm there now, as big of an asshole as they are and I am now, if you're willing to learn and you are genuine and want to learn, we'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll teach you every trick I know.
Yep. And they know, it's not hard to fucking tell who wants to learn
something.
Who
wants to be there and who's just there for the paycheck.
Yeah, and who's just there for a fucking paycheck.
So, now that you guys know our little bit backstory here. So, I think you both can, or everybody can tell that we're more of a trade school kind of.
See, I don't know. I think it genuinely just depends.
Well, it depends on what you want to do, for sure.
I think it genuinely depends on what you do and if you know what you want to do. Because I can tell you right now, if I could go back in time, talk to my fucking 17-year-old self who didn't truly know what he wanted to do.
I had bought Apple stocks right out of high school. Bro.
A, I would never have went to fucking college because I'd have never racked up some debt for some shit I was never going to fucking use. And B, I'd have probably joined the military.
Yeah, and that's one thing we've talked about. I think it should be mandatory, a couple years in the military right out of high school. As soon as you turn 18, I think that, it's going to teach discipline, which a lot of kids don't have. Even a lot of, I hate sounding like an old guy, your generation, but even people in my generation didn't have discipline.
That and the Peace Corps still considered military service.
100%.
You don't have to fucking go shoot people. You don't have to go put a fucking uniform on.
Or National Guard or, any of that stuff.
Well, the Peace Corps, you go to fucking third world countries in street clothes and you help fucking people out. But it's still disciplined. It's still, you have a job to do.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You're still somebody else's property.
It teaches you work ethic because you can't be lazy.
Yeah.
It teaches you order, as far as and how to follow directions. It teaches you that there is a pecking order.
Yeah.
So I'm all on board with mandatory couple years in some sort of military service.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I agree. I think I don't think it's a bad idea. But like I said, if I could go back in time, I would have probably joined the military.
Oh, for sure. I would have.
And I don't see anything wrong with going to college or going to a trade school. Here's what I can tell you. There's not a whole lot of trade schools that are going to teach you anything you can't learn on the job. Because if you want to be a certified operator, first of all, that's not really a thing. It's just you're an operator or you're not.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking like heavy equipment operator, like excavator, dozer, loader, that kind of shit. There's not a whole lot that you can't learn on the job. The reason why I think sometimes trade schools are a good idea is it is hard to find, I've dealt with this personally, it is hard to find companies that are willing to take the time to train you.
Correct.
Because I've been on plenty of jobs that they said, can you run this? And I'm like, well, I've been in it for about 8 hours total in my life. And they're like, that's a no. And I'm like, yeah, no, not really. And that was the end of the conversation. It wasn't,
Yeah.
well, we'll teach you how to run it.
Yeah, they want to know right now.
It was, well, we've got 4 other guys that have 20 years experience running this motherfucker, so we'll just let them do it. And you can go over here and run this piece of equipment that you've ran before.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, so then, it's like, yeah, okay, had I gone to a trade school, I could say, yeah, I can run that, or, whatever. But at the same point,
I think the trade school, what it does is it gives you that kind of like, so if I go in with nothing and you come in with a trade school, it gives you just that leg up.
yeah.
But
For
it's
sure.
like a head start into a good career
And again, the
for
different,
a third of the time and a third of the money.
you're talking, yeah, and that's what I was going to say. You're talking less than a year on most of these programs and less than $10,000 for most of these programs. College is $10,000 a fucking semester on the cheap end,
Yeah.
and you're there for 2 to 4 years, sometimes longer. So, I don't. If you think that you could find a company that would just train you and teach you how to do things, then fuck a trade school, save your money.
Yeah.
But if if let's say you go find a job and you're there for 30 days and they're not teaching anything, then maybe take a step back and go to trade school.
Correct.
Because, like I said, there are a lot of companies out there that will not show you shit. They expect you to know shit when you get there. And it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to learn anything if nobody will teach me? And that's where I think trade schools are a good idea.
Yeah, like I said, it kind of gives you a head start.
Yeah, and I know like there's a lot of people nowadays, like you see it on TikTok, there's a lot of these welding schools and everybody wants to go be a pipeline welder and everybody wants to go be a welder, everybody wants to go be a lineman. It's like, cool, but you're going to spend 4 years being somebody's bitch.
I mean, you got to start from the bottom regardless where you go.
But if you go to like, see the thing with, and I can't speak for linemen because I don't know, but I know like welding, you don't have to have any fucking experience. All you have to do is pass a weld test.
Yeah.
So you could walk onto a pipeline right now, fresh out of fucking school, and if you can pass that welding test, you could start out as a welder, and you may just be, you may not make as much as fucking John over here, who's been welding for 30 years,
Yeah,
but you can
sure.
start out as a welder, still making $30 an hour,
Yeah.
working as many fucking hours as you can handle. So that's kind of where, and you don't have to spend the 4 years being a welder helper, standing there with a fucking rod in your hand, handing it to the guy, and then standing there with another one in your fucking hand.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just all depends on what you want to do. If you just want to save your money and learn from the ground up, do it. And I can tell you, like, another thing that like I've experienced, there's fucking unions out there for everything. And there's some people that don't like unions, there's some people that do. But I can tell you right now, that's free vocational school. That's free trade school.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had any experience with a union, so I don't know one way or the other.
Well, unions will protect schmucks. If you got a union card, whether you're a fucking good worker or not, they're going to make sure you keep your job.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people don't like them, which I get that. But, and there's a lot of politics to the union and shit that like I don't like, but I was in one, but I could have went to their training school at any point in time and got trained on any piece of equipment I wanted to for free. I could have went and got a CDL for free. All because I was a member of their union. You go through a union, you take the apprenticeship. The apprenticeship doesn't cost you any money. And while you are an apprentice, you can work and make money.
You can't beat that for sure.
So that's always an option. But again, if you want to be a fucking lawyer, you're going to have to go to college.
Yeah, I mean, there's just here's the problem. I think nowadays everybody pushes this whole college agenda. How many people you know that go to college for some bullshit degree? Business management.
Yeah. Business is my favorite one because most successful business people will tell you that is the biggest waste of money on the fucking planet.
What does business management teach you? You can be a manager at fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's business management right there. You can be a manager at any fucking business out there. And it requires no degree.
No, and as I said, I mean, there are certain jobs. Obviously, you're not going to become a fucking brain surgeon without a college degree.
No, but I think the whole everybody just has this fake just notion that you can't make it in life without college. And you got to have the college experience. And,
that was a
blah.
big thing that like I think people around our age have dealt with, and I think it's starting to come around the other way to where it's like, you really really don't have to go to college.
I know a lot of people that went to college that have no job.
Yeah, no, same. Trust me. And I do. I know quite a few people that have gone to college and are very, very successful. But it's like, it's just it depends on what you want to do.
Correct. Yeah, you can't. I mean, obviously, lawyers, doctors, stuff like nurses, you have to go to some sort of colleging to do all that stuff.
And I can tell you right now, a good work ethic will get you a hell of a lot further than a college degree, especially if it's a field that does not require you to have a college degree.
Yeah, I mean, there are some instances where you and somebody with a bachelor's degree is up for a promotion, and they give it to the guy with a bachelor's degree because he does have college experience.
Well, and those are those people that look at college as like a higher status symbol, or maybe
a lot of those are like state jobs.
Yeah, maybe that's not a great word for it, but it's like, I don't know. I've seen it time and time again. The last company I worked for, the guy that was my boss, no college degree, made fuck tons of money. And then the guy that was his boss when I first got there, no college degree, made a fuck ton of money. And they fucking replaced him for a guy that had a college degree. And it's like, this dude had probably only worked for the company for less than 5 years.
Yeah.
And now he's my boss's boss, and my boss has worked there for 30 years.
And yet your boss is telling him how things have to go.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, so, but I've also seen it the other way too, where it's like, this guy's worked his way up from the bottom and is now running shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like the guy that was the guy I was just talking about that had the college degree and he got promoted above my boss. Well, his boss was a guy with no college degree who had literally started as a ground guy at a sand and gravel pit and worked his way up. Yeah. So, it's timing, it's opportunity, it's work ethic, it's a lot of, it's luck.
Well, and it's picking the right career also.
Yeah.
Because
it's also knowing your worth.
If you get a political arts degree, I mean, you might as well just fucking go and work at McDonald's and be done with it.
It's also, and I kind of going back to what I said, like knowing your worth. If you're at a company that you feel like you deserve, you've worked your way into a position and there's if there's no opportunity for promotion, then you just kind of have to be patient. But if there's an opportunity that comes up for promotion and you've truly believed that you deserve that job and you get passed up, it's time to move on.
Correct. 100%.
Because that company does not appreciate all the work you've put in.
And they just proved to you that you're replaceable. I know I always made it a mission, no matter what job I worked, to prove that they need me.
And that was the one thing that I've had to learn through having a family was...
Not getting pissed off and just quitting?
Well, no. I mean, yes, that. But I've had to learn to realize that there is no job on this planet that is more important than my family.
Well, I've seen a quote. What the hell? That's been a long time
because
ago.
I heard a quote, and we may be talking about the same quote. And the quote was, put your finger in a bucket of water and then pull your finger out. See how fast that fucking hole just filled in with water? That's how fast you can be replaced at your job.
It's not the same quote.
What was yours? Your obituary will be posted before your job will be posted
filled.
before your obituary. Yeah. And that's the thing is that company don't give a fuck about you.
I mean, there are some companies that do, so don't take us the wrong way. There are some small or even some bigger companies that do really care about their employees.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, I worked for the largest glass company in the world when I first started Auto Glass. You were strictly a number. I mean, I was doing everything I can to outdo every fucking buddy.
Yeah.
And there was always some politics on why I didn't get my quarterly bonus, why I didn't get my monthly bonus. There was always some bullshit red tape that, well, I don't know what else I can do, or I don't, something like that.
Yeah.
So you're just a number at that point, so you'll never go anywhere. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. And I like the company I work for now, obviously it's the same company you work for. If something truly happened to where I went in there and said, listen, this is what, this is causing issues or this is whatever, like I truly believe that the owner of our company would find a way to fix it. Within reason.
As far, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean causing issues?
Like if I were to, like if he was, not that we don't have this problem because we don't work crazy hours, but if he was working a 60, 70, 80 hours a week,
yeah,
and he wanted us to work fucking 7 days a week and this and that, and I walked in there and said, bro, I haven't seen my fucking kids in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, this is causing fucking problems for me. This is whatever. Like, I truly feel like Rick would be like, okay.
Well, for sure. And that's the perks of working in a smaller company, too. And, it's not like, well, we got a quota to meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So it does definitely is nicer with that aspect, but yeah, I get what you're saying for sure.
But I guess kind of to cap this off, I don't know. Truly think about what you want to do, and don't listen to anybody else's opinion, because I can promise you when you're 30 years old, nobody else that's putting their fucking shit in your ear is going to help you pay your mortgage.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have a rule to my life that if you don't fuck me or finance me, you don't get to voice your opinion.
Spread them cheeks, dog.
Like, and I don't, that's not to say like don't take advice from your friends, but like at the end of the day, I'm going to make my decisions for myself. He's going to make his decisions for himself, no matter who says what.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't pay his fucking mortgage. He don't pay my fucking mortgage. And
You
those
gotta do
people,
what's best for
those
you.
people in your ear telling you need to go to college, when you're 20 years old, they're not going to pay your rent. When you're 30 years old, they're not going to pay your mortgage.
Yeah, here's the best piece of advice I can give you give to younger kids. Two things. One, if you have a good relationship with your parents, there is no rush to get the fuck out of the house. None. Stay home, stack your money.
Big facts.
There's no rush. As long as you are cool with your parents and it's not interfering.
Obviously, if your parents want you out, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah. But if you have a good relationship with your parents and it doesn't affect anything, stay home.
Yeah, don't rent. Stay home, stack your cash, buy a house.
Yeah. And also, you can go to college, you can go to trade school, you can go to military, you can go straight in the workforce. Every one of them fail without hard work.
But you ain't fucking lying.
Every one of them fail without hard work.
100%.
So if you ain't got a good work ethic, every one of those will fail.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have a doctorate. Anybody can pass a fucking test. All of them fail without hard work.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't think you're going to become a doctor without hard work.
Oh, I can become a doctor tomorrow.
Shut the fuck up. No, there's no, dude, the tests, the fucking studying, the crazy, that's all hard work. You have to work your ass off to get that degree.
Correct. Yeah,
so people who become doctors because they have a work ethic. There's just no way
they're
around
just
it.
wicked smart.
I don't think anybody's that wicked fucking smart.
Maybe. Rain Man.
Doogie Howser.
Rain Man. He almost bankrupted a casino.
And he was a retard. I'm sorry, that's
very quoting a movie.
That was a movie quote from The Hangover. Zach
Yeah.
Galifianakis said it.
Yeah.
Cancel him, not me.
It was just a quote.
Yeah, try Jesus, not me.
No, but yeah, everything you do in life will fail without hard work, regardless of what route you take.
Yep. So, again,
There also, and one more thing I can put out there just from my personal experience is compete with your bank account, not anybody else around you.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
You don't have to impress not one person but your bank account.
Yeah, and just going back to stop listening to what other people tell you.
Yeah.
You'll find in your life that there are people that truly want what's best for you, but you have
rare.
You have to do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, I know this whole conversation kind of stemmed around job and career and money. Money, you ain't going to make it very far in life without money.
Yeah.
But there comes a point where happiness has to take place over money. If you find a job that you love and you're happy in, and you're making enough money to live and do the things you want to do, then you're fine. Fuck everybody else, you're fine.
Well, the old saying, you find something you love and figure out how to make them pay for it.
Yeah, pretty much. You may not be the richest motherfucker in the world. You may not drive brand new cars, whatever. But if you're happy and you make enough to sustain the living that you want to live,
Yep.
then you're good. So if that involves going to a trade school, do that. If that involves working your ass off and proving yourself and working your way up the ladder, do that. If that involves joining the military, again, same thing with college. But that's my 2 cents.
Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
On that note,
And don't ever fuck up your credit. Just saying.
stay away from Charity.
And if she's not there, stay away from Destiny.
What do you say we get a beer, buddy? Let's try
Yeah.
a beer out today.
All right, I'll get this one. Oh, them earmuffs hurt my ears.
Because they're so big.
Yeah, they suck.
Oh, so we got another beer, I believe, brought to us by...
I don't even know what this is. It's just tall and I'm grabbing it.
I think this is one that Alyssa got for us.
Oh, no, we're going this one.
I believe it's still something from Alyssa.
It is.
Looks like a fancy can.
It's very schmancy.
Hell yeah, pull your tits out.
On camera.
Sorry.
Leave your tits in your shirt. We have Erie Brewing Company's Blood Rain. Belgian strong golden ale with oranges.
Speaking of Belgium, we have people from Belgium watch or listen to our podcast.
Yeah, and there's been quite a few downloads. So if you are the one from Brussels, Belgium,
Appreciate
shout out to you. Also, reveal yourself because that's fucking dope.
Send us something from Belgium.
Well, don't even do that. Just let us know who the fuck you are. I mean, if you want
Postcard. I'm cool with the
to.
postcard.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But also, just let us know who you are because that's
Yeah.
fucking rad.
Comment on one of these videos or something.
Belgian strong golden ale with oranges. That's all it says. And then, the government warning 8.7% alcohol by volume.
This shit'll knock your dick stiff. Damn.
Son of beach. All right.
Sounds violent. Blood rain. If it's not red, I'm going to be sad.
It's probably blood oranges.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. For us, a lot.
Yeah, don't be a bitch.
Huh. It
Looks
smells good.
It's like a real dark orange color, maybe. I think. I'm colorblind. I don't know. Shout out to Wegmans and Erie Brewing Company. What do we got? Let's take a sniff.
Wow. That's
It
not bad.
Smells just like a fucking orange.
Bro, that's not bad.
No?
That might beat White Castle from last week.
Damn. All right, here we go. One sip, everybody. Fuck you, Dave Portnoy.
Little bitch.
Ooh.
I'm a child. I review pizza. But,
Being a fucking adult and review drugs.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That was aggressive.
I'm not sorry.
That's
That's good.
that is real good. It's strong orangeness.
That's, ooh. Man,
You can definitely taste the oranges. I mean, you can smell them for sure. But
man that's I dig that.
so there's something I've never told you. There's a game changer with beer. As you take a sip of beer, breathe in through your nose.
I feel like I'll drown.
Well, don't do that. Just try it. It'll make everything a little bit different.
Why does that work? Why does that work?
Because everything is I don't know what the phrase for it is, but
And
your sense of taste and your sense of smell are 100% linked together.
not trying to sound weird or anything, but you can feel that and taste that more in your throat.
Yeah. It's weird.
Wow.
Do you know you can taste orange juice and soy sauce through your balls?
We're gonna test this. You're full of shit.
So there was
Have you tried it?
no, but so there was a
So you've known about this and haven't tried it? Soy sauce, please.
there was a rumor going around the internet for a long time that your testicles or your scrotum skin, whatever, had taste receptors in it, and that you could taste things like orange juice or soy sauce through your balls. And obviously, a bunch of people on the internet are, they wanted to make it a thing, so they faked it and said, "Oh, it's legit." Supposedly, it's not actually legit.
It's not.
No,
So why would you tell me you can?
I just wanted to get your reaction.
You
and it
just
worked.
wanted me to dip my balls in soy sauce? Hello.
We'd need a big cup.
Yagi.
Can we get a salad bowl with orange juice? Fucking guy's got elephantitis.
Someone bring the Tupperware. Yeah, that's not bad, man.
No, I like that. That one's pretty good.
What was last week's? I don't remember.
You said 5 something, I believe, and I said 6.
I'm gonna have to put this one. I'm gonna go 6'4". That's good. I don't know that it's something I would like. I'm not buying a bunch of these to drink these, just because 8 point something alcohol, I won't make it up steps.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the old Power Stroke realm here.
He's going 7.3.
No, I'm going 6.7.
Come on, man.
The new school.
At least make it a good Power Stroke.
Hey, the 6.7. You said 6.4. Those are the worst.
I wasn't even talking about Power Stroke.
I know, but you said 6.4. Anyway, not to get off topic, I'm gonna go 6.7. This one's good.
Yeah, it's
I like it.
Decent. Well, 2 good picks in a row there, Alyssa.
Yeah,
We
you're 2 for
appreciate
2.
it. Yeah.
And we still have a whole nother bag of probably 5 or 6 more at my house that I
she's
keep failing to bring over here.
Wow, that's impressive. Damn, that's good. You good there?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we was recording.
Are we recording?
I fucking hope so. Is the ticker counting down?
I'll take your ticker.
Yeah, it says we've been recording for 45 minutes.
Okay, so it's working. So yeah, that's a good one, man. That's
Yeah.
This is Erie Brewing
Company.
Beering.
Blood Rain.
Belgium Strong Golden Ale with oranges. It's a pint. Shout out what the pint.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's not bad. I mean, if I feel like if I drank about 2 of those, my face would feel hot, and I'd be like, But
My face already feels hot.
yeah, it's fucking gnarly.
I'm used to drinking like Busch Light and stuff.
But yeah,
This
God damn it, that is good.
yeah, that's a decent beer.
You know what? I'm changing that because that last
He's
sip,
going 7.3. Hear him out.
I'm going
He's
7.3.
Yeah, buddy.
That was way good. I took that extra sip there after I let it sit for a minute, and it is like that one was like straight up orange in your face.
He inhaled while he swallowed.
Yeah, it was
Take
way
notes,
good.
ladies.
So I'm going 7.3. Mark it. Final answer, Regis. 7.3.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules.
Yep. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I like that one. That one's
Shout
good.
out to you, Alyssa.
Yes. The real MVP here.
So apparently aliens are real.
Well, ouch.
Yeah, no, I just I guess that's in the news now that like I keep seeing a bunch of TikToks about it. I'm not going to speak facts because I haven't done my research, but I just want to get your take on. Let's just say, let's just forget what's been in the news the last week. Do you believe that aliens are real?
I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny because it's like it's one of those things. It's like, oh, everybody's always said aliens are real. I'm sure they are. I mean, how do you explain half the shit?
Here's my take, and mine's real short and sweet. You want us to believe that there's all this galaxies and stuff outside of our galaxy and all these other planets and all this other shit, and we're the only living fucking life form in this whole fucking universe?
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about there. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? There's just no fucking way. You want to say so? Earth is the only place in the whole entire universe that has life.
I seen this meme earlier. This is alien get interviewed on his talk show, right? It says this guy's like, man, you should really LS swap that UFO. He goes, it'll change your life. Bro, if we get an alien down here just like with us drunk rednecks and just like raise hell, praise Dale, and we're just bumper cars with some UFOs.
Get them to smoke some Marbreds and drink a Busch Light, dude. Fuck yeah. I'll start smoking again if an alien will come on the podcast.
We'll get, what's that, Tammy,
Trailer Park Tammy?
Yeah, we'll get Tammy out here.
Chelsea Lynn, shout out to you. She's a fucking legend, too.
That'd be fucking great. Hey, can I get a ride in your spaceship?
Dude.
It only take them like, a couple of days to figure out that we're fucked.
Yeah.
So they're going to get the hell out of here.
Just saying, if any aliens want to come on our podcast and smoke a Marbred, I'm in. Let's get it.
Or mushrooms.
I'll get Corey to smoke a Marbred with an alien, dude.
Or we get him on some mushrooms. They tell us all his
that'd be
secrets.
sweet.
And I wonder if they know ET.
I don't think E.T.'s a real thing.
But wonder if they know him. How do you know?
You know E.T.?
You phone home?
Yeah, so I can't. I think, and as far as like whether the government's known about aliens and blah blah blah, I don't fucking know. But I do know that I wholeheartedly believe that there's no way in fucking hell that I will ever believe that Earth is the only place with life on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's, now that you mentioned that, I've never really thought about that. But I do know one thing for sure is the government is crooked as fuck. And they can't hide anything anymore. With the day and age we're living, there's a fucking camera every corner you turn around.
Yeah.
They can't hide shit anymore.
Yeah.
Just like everything's coming out now with the whole like Kennedy assassination and all that bullshit, man. It's so much that's like being revealed that the government hid back then. You can't hide anymore.
Yeah.
So what do? What do you do with sheep? You dangle some shit in front of their face. You know, get them preoccupied on some shit.
Yeah.
With the whole alien stuff. And what the greatest part is, just take this in for a minute.
All right, I'm taking it in. Bring it to me.
The government had a fucking news briefing saying that aliens were real, and not one motherfucker was phased. You got some guy in the background like, oh, tell us some shit we don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
like anytime the government comes out and says, has a news briefing where they're trying to tell you something serious, there's some bullshit they're hiding.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't. Again,
I don't know if aliens are real or not, but I'd like to hang out with them.
I don't have my facts straight, so like I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, whatever. But, like I said, there's not a doubt in my mind that I think if because again I've never been to space, I've never seen it with my own eyes. If there are all these other galaxies and planets and all this other shit out there,
How can it be only us living?
yeah, how could it be only us?
And why would we just recently start a SpaceX or a Space Force?
Yeah, I did bring that up earlier.
You did.
That was a good point. I make some good points every
You
now
do.
and again. Even
Thanks.
a blind squirrel finds a nut every now
I
and again.
appreciate the.
Why the fuck? Yeah, that's a yeah.
It's
yeah.
kind of on one now.
Yeah, fuck you, government. Hold on, I'm just kidding. Don't make my family disappear.
I'm not kidding. Fuck you.
I love the Clintons.
I don't.
Anyway, yeah. Why you awkward? You know,
He's
fuck.
like
Let's
all
just
like-
start a space force a few years prior, and then
Bam, aliens are real.
bam. Yeah, fuck off.
Almost like they discovered the aliens or something.
It's about to be Battlestar Galactica up in this bitch.
I should study Star Wars or start
Dude,
watching.
we should start. We're gonna listen. We're gonna drink beer. We're gonna eat mushrooms, and we're gonna watch a fucking Star
Star
Trek
Wars?
marathon. Star Trek kind of sucks. I could actually watch the Star Wars movie. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. I'm not a fuck off. Star Wars suck or Star Trek. Star Wars is cool. I can get down with Star Wars. Star Trek fucking sucked.
I've never seen either one of them.
My dad used to make me watch that shit 'cause my dad's a nerd.
I've never seen any
My
one of them.
stepdad is also a nerd.
Bro,
Shout
you-
out to Steve.
Steve.
But
keep it
he's
real.
a fucking nerd too, and
Bro,
he
you imagine
loves
watching
Battlestar Galactica and all that garbage.
Watching this on just some giant screen and we're sitting right up on it. Just mushrooms and we're just, just,
You want me to fuck your brain up for a minute?
you're going to sit like this.
I'm gonna fuck your brain up for a minute.
It's fucked. All right, go ahead.
So I read a thing, call it a meme, call it whatever, on Facebook a long time ago, and
Okay.
it said something along the lines of, "What if the reason that hallucinogenic drugs such as DMT, acid, mushrooms, that kind of shit are illegal because the government is putting things in food or in the air or wherever, what have you, to make us see the world they want us to. And that they made these drugs illegal because these drugs reverse the effect of their drugs to make us see the world the way it really is."
And only use part of our brain.
Yeah, their drugs
So-
make us only use part of our brain, and these other drugs unlock the parts of our brain that their drugs block.
So I had, yeah, exactly. And that's a great point. And what brings me is I had like a 3-minute conversation with a guy that was a hippie. No, listen, for real.
I've heard this conversation.
This dude, first of all, he's probably my age or younger, and he looked like he was 60.
Oh, this isn't the guy I'm thinking of then.
I don't recall. Anyhow, we talking about DMT.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you guys know what DMT is. It's like a synthetic marijuana, right?
I want to know what DMT stands for. Give me 2 seconds here.
All right. While he's looking it up. Anyhow, this DMT is supposed to be like some serious, like trippy, I believe it's marijuana.
Dimethyltryptamine.
It's weed though, right? They put it in weed.
I don't think so.
Or it's like a dab, right? Like a dab.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like a dab thing. Anyhow, this guy was telling me that. So there's this video you can watch, and they're talking about how to do DMT. They're talking about how you take one hit, and it just hits you hard. Then you take another hit, and then you like just don't want to do any more. But you have to get to the third hit to punch through the actual bullshit.
Uh-huh.
And once you get through the actual bullshit, it's like one of the coolest things I guess you've ever done. Okay, this guy, this hippie dude that I was talking to, was telling me how he's done DMT over 100 times. Which to me it sounds like he's a overachiever. Anyhow, he was telling me that this one time he did DMT, that the very next day he was literally like watching YouTube videos on quantum physics and understood it.
That's fucking crazy.
First of all, do you know how intense quantum physics is?
Oh no, trust me. I know. It's like Rain Man shit. I get it. Yeah.
And he was understanding quantum physics. It's like, I'm about to take some DMT and go to Vegas and cash the fuck out.
And here's the problem. There's all these other countries
are big on stuff like
that
this.
don't have huge governments and shit overruling them. All these smaller, like third world type of countries, that allow you to do things like DMT or ayahuasca, or all these things that make you see shit. And it's like, my brain starts to go, well, why can't I do ayahuasca here? It's not really dangerous. Like, I get why they don't want you to do meth or heroin or cocaine.
Anything that's not man-made.
But why is it illegal for me? I mean, I understand there's religious exemptions for mushrooms, but like, why is it illegal for me as a white dude to take mushrooms? Why is it illegal for me as a white dude to take acid? Now, acid's man-made. That one, okay.
Why do you have to be white?
Because Native American, if you can prove Native American heritage, you can legally use mushrooms for ceremony.
Hell yes.
So,
I'm half Cherokee and Choctaw.
Tim McGraw sucks, just so we're clear. Okay, fuck that guy. And his hot-ass wife.
Liberal bitch. Anyhow.
I'm drinking the rest of that. That was good as fuck.
Do it, dog. Do it. Ooh, watch the pour. Everybody knows the rules. Empty can. That's the rules. Dave, get it right.
This might be one of the first hops tours that we've actually finished the can. Which means you have to finish that glass because you can't fucking let me down.
Damn it, dog. It's like that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the first.
Man, that's good.
Yeah, it is way good. Good job, Alyssa. Shout out to you. That's like 7 shout outs in this episode, but I ain't even mad about it.
No.
We have gone down a fucking Joe Rogan-esque wormhole, and I'm not mad about it. I've been listening to the shit out of the JRE. Shout out to Joe Rogan, because that dude knows what the fuck he's doing.
I want to do some like psychedelics with that cat.
I would love to just sit down, like clout, viewers, podcasts, all that shit aside. I would love to sit down and just have a conversation with that dude. Cameras off, cameras on, don't give a fuck, and just have a fucking conversation with that dude. Because that dude is, if you listen to his podcast, that dude is smart as fuck.
He's also badass.
That too, and like he interviews some people that you would never fucking think that like he would want to talk to, but like he talks to some of these guys that like
know some shit.
Well, they know some shit, but they've also like I was telling you earlier, he interviewed that like mushroom expert guy.
Yeah.
And just like these crazy ass people who have, have unlocked all these crazy parts of their brain, or there's crazy ass scientists and shit. And it's just like, dude, there's like, if you think you know some shit, if you think you know a lot about the world or about anything, listen to the fucking Joe Rogan podcast for a month and then come talk to me. Because not saying you're going to learn a bunch of shit, but you'll fucking reevaluate your whole life. Maybe not your whole life, but you'll reevaluate how much you think you fucking know.
Yeah.
They call it the Joe Rogan experience. Well, it's a fucking experience. I've hated hippies my entire life because I was raised by hippies.
Now you're starting to realize that you...
Now I'm starting to realize maybe the hippies are on to something. I'll never once in my life identify as a liberal because that just ain't fucking me. But
Peace, love, and mushrooms, dog.
There's something behind all this weed and psychedelics here. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why would they keep it from you? Especially like there's a lot of people the whole cannabis thing and the THC and how it helps with pain and depression and anxiety and all that. Like if there's so many benefits, here's. Bro, we're about to fucking. I'm about to high jump off this fucking
can I
rabbit
stop you
hole,
for
bro.
1 second?
Go ahead.
Because I just want to shut everything down. I watched a documentary about THC, which
Yeah.
is marijuana,
Yeah.
and how you use marijuana for medicinal purposes. And it was a child with severe epilepsy. I'm talking seizures every 5 to 6 minutes.
I think I've seen it.
And they gave him a strip that was like an old school Listerine
Where they
breath
put on,
strip.
they put on their tongue.
Put it on your tongue. And this child, I'm talking like younger than 10 years old, microdosed THC and went from seizures every 5 to 10 minutes to seizures once or twice a day.
Yeah.
And nothing. They took him off of all the medications that the doctors gave him because that shit didn't fucking work. If anything, it made shit work. And they literally gave him THC, like microdoses of THC, because he is a child. He doesn't need to fucking get stoned out of his gourd. And the kid went from seizures every 5 minutes to once or twice a day.
So,
But it's illegal.
well, and I'm about to tell you why. So, now that we're going to springboard off this fucking rabbit hole and just dive deep.
It's getting gnarly. It's getting real deep. I hope you have hip waders.
Do you know why it's illegal?
Because they can't tax it.
They can't make no fucking money off of it. And Big Pharmacy is a huge corrupt corporation that just it's money, money, money.
Here's the problem with that, though. They are making money off of it.
Not as much as they are selling you fucking Vicodin or, pills that make you not feel as, depressed.
Right.
That alters your fucking mind and fucks up everything else.
The thing they don't like about it is they can't regulate it.
No, because anybody can grow it.
Because, yes, they can make money off of it because
Not everybody can make Percocet.
you and I,
Xanax.
And I would like to make this abundantly fucking clear. We don't do this, but you and I could start a grow in your shop.
100%.
And we could legally sell it to a dispensary.
Yeah.
We would pay taxes on it. They would pay taxes on it. The government would make their money.
Yep.
Problem is, you and I could start a grow in your shop
Yeah.
and just shut the fuck up.
And sell to every motherfucker around here.
And until
touch it.
they catch us, can't do a fucking thing about it.
Yeah.
That's what they don't
And
like
they miss
about
out on all that money. So it's not that they want to throw you in jail because you did something illegal. They want to throw you in jail because you didn't share money with them.
it. 100%.
So it brings me back to my previous statement. Fuck you, government.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't...
Bro, that could be a 3-hour long bullshit conversation. Just
It's gotten pretty gnarly.
yeah.
And I don't
I don't know how deep you want to.
I don't know that I physically could go any deeper at the moment.
Why.
I mean, we probably could, but I have no more ideas on how to get any deeper at this moment.
No, I mean we could. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's like there's just so much behind the government controlling you with this medicine, and
it goes back to, and I don't know what episode we talked about it in. It goes back to all the shit they put in our food,
100%.
all the shit they put,
Just like you mentioned with the whole fucking damn you, blood rain. What did you mention about the whole controlling you and controlling your mind, and what I mean, with the whole psychedelics, and you could.
Oh yeah.
It goes back to that because, dude, I just lost my train of thought.
I don't know.
Yeah, damn it, that's my bad.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, just it's a load of shit. They can't make money off if you're healthy, which all of this stuff will help you. There's so many natural remedies.
Ooh, it's about to get deeper. Yeah, because you just struck a fucking nerve, pimp.
Here it is.
Fuck you, government or whomever, big pharma. Fuck you. I'm 100% positive, and I will fucking die on this hill. I am 1,000% positive that there's a fucking cure for cancer.
Oh, there's 100% a cure for cancer.
Cancer is a fucking multi-billion-dollar-a-year business, and that's the only fucking reason why there's not a cure.
So I'm gonna fact check this real quick because I don't want to speak out of context and make it sound like
This is just conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory. Yeah, no. I will die on this fucking hill. I 100% think if there may not be a physical cure for cancer, but I feel like they're really not trying to find one. And maybe they have found one.
Yes. Yes. So one of the wealthiest men in the world is one of the biggest pharmaceutical guys ever.
Yeah. That doesn't
Fuck you, Bill Gates.
That doesn't surprise me.
But it's all greed, man. You can't make money off healthy people. So that's why it's here we go. So you go to a third bitch. You go to a third world country, right? What's their main goal in that country?
Survive.
Feed people, keep them healthy.
Yeah.
What's America's main goal? Fuck you, give me money.
Yep.
So why do you think they're cutting out all this stuff that people it's been engraved in our brains and everybody's brains since we were children that drugs are bad for you? And don't take that out of context. Drugs are bad for you if you use them in the wrong way. Acid and meth and all that stuff is terrible for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't do that. But like
Marijuana,
the
psychedelic
stuff like that, it does have benefits. There's so many people that microdose the mushrooms and
cure
depression,
anxiety, yeah,
anger issues. You know what I mean? Just it calms you the fuck down.
Well, I think more than just to say it calms you down, and this is going from.
It might open up your mind to the real.
I mean, I'm not trying to like get anybody in trouble here, but my father uses mushrooms to
cure depression,
anxiety. And he will flat ass tell you
74% Native American.
Yeah, sure. He will flat ass tell you that it's not that like mushrooms just dissolve depression and anxiety. The problem is that mushrooms unlock things in your brain and make you see things about yourself that you can't fucking see in a regular state of mind.
So essentially mushrooms opens up your mind, opens up your eyes to what the real problem is with your depression. Bro. Third eye blind. But anyhow, it's so random, bro. Are we on? All right. But anyhow,
dude,
we're doing a whole podcast on that. But anyhow,
we should eat a bunch of mushrooms and do a podcast.
I'm in.
We should probably take the filming equipment to camp and do it down there. Just saying.
Okay, that's fine. But anyhow, it opens up your mind to what the real problem is. You know what I mean? It just opens up your eyes essentially to almost like you're trying to put this puzzle together. You're trying to put this puzzle together, trying to build this, whatever. And then you're like, oh, it's just bugging the fuck out of you because you can't do it. Bam, take mushrooms one day. Holy shit, figure out how to build this fucking thing.
So my dad is sober. I would call
he makes some killer pickles too.
I'd call him California sober, but he works a program. He goes to AA meetings, and he still occasionally microdoses mushrooms and occasionally smokes weed. And some friends of his came to him because they've heard the benefits of microdosing mushrooms and, whatever. Yeah. And they said, would you, supply us with some? And he allegedly
found some on the side of the road.
Found some on the side of the road and said, there's a bag over there on the side of the road. Anyway, but one of his friend's wives, she microdosed mushrooms, and she was sitting there, I guess, and was looking at her husband and my dad and was like, wow, I'm a fucking bitch. And her husband was like, okay.
Yeah, you are.
No, because, he didn't want to, make her feel bad about herself, but he was like, and she, broke down into tears and was apologizing to her husband and apologizing to my dad and, all this shit. And,
damn.
Yeah. Allegedly. But,
we're going to have to go to camp and test this theory out.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Hell yes.
But anyway, it's a fucking school night.
Yeah.
We've already been recording for an hour and 10 minutes, and that's about our max. And we could
spiral this into
If you guys
episode 2.
If you guys like this topic and shit, let us know. Give us feedback. Comment on YouTube. And feel free to give us ideas or give us shit you want to hear our opinions about. What's going on with that TV back there? Somebody just turned the fucking thing on.
Bro,
I can see it. Oh, fuck.
remote's behind you.
What the fuck did you put in this beer?
Damn it, mushrooms are in this thing.
Damn it. Anyway,
The blood oranges.
I'm tripping balls.
Yeah, comment.
Let us know what you guys want to
feedback.
hear our opinions on, or if we suck and should give up podcasting, or well, I mean, we won't. But
Yeah.
you know,
Also, share it out. Tell your friends about it. Let them. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. That way, we can do like a little giveaway,
100%.
and then just keep growing and growing and growing. Man, we
Comment and let us like I said, if you watch this on YouTube, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Give us your opinion on things. I mean, we definitely want to hear from people. We've talked about trying to do a TikTok live stream podcast so we can get feedback from you guys while we're filming a podcast.
Yeah.
But seriously, we appreciate all you guys that do watch. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Our socials will be in the outro, so if you could go give us a follow on TikTok
not
and
our
Instagram.
social security numbers, but just our social media links.
Yeah, if you could go give us a follow on TikTok and Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Also, I want to challenge everybody that watches this to share it out to 5 people.
Yeah, do that. Tell 5 people you know about us. It'd be sweet if you could. And if you're from Brussels, Belgium, we see you on the analytics.
Say what's up.
So reveal yourself. We want to know who it is.
All right, guys, we appreciate you.
Yep. Have a good one. Stay raggedy, and we love you.